Today, I am bringing you an anti-inflammatory dinner: juicy oven-roasted chicken with spinach, carrots, and onions. All of these ingredients contain key compounds that help switch off inflammation in the body, and none of them trigger inflammation. This recipe is especially great for anyone who is watching their blood sugar, and for anyone who simply wants to eat something delicious and feel good afterward. No oil, no flour, no sugar, no gluten, no milk. Every ingredient in this dish has been scientifically studied for its anti-inflammatory benefits. And in a moment, I'll explain why. You're going to fall in love with this recipe. Stay until the end. You won't want to miss it. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss our new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you enjoy recipes like this, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel. You'll find the full list of ingredients in the description below, so there's no need to write anything down. First ingredient, chicken fillet. I cut it into bite-sized pieces and put it straight into a pot to cook. No oil, no extra fats, just water and a pinch of salt. Why chicken in an anti-inflammatory dish? Because it's a clean source of protein with zero carbohydrates and very little saturated fat that could promote inflammation. Unlike red or processed meat, chicken fillet generally doesn't trigger an inflammatory response in the body. It's a neutral, reliable protein that keeps you full and helps maintain muscle mass, which becomes especially important after the age of 45. If you don't have chicken breast, you can use skinless chicken thighs instead. They're a little richer, but they work beautifully in this recipe. So we just put it on to cook with a pinch of salt. While the chicken is cooking, let's prepare the carrot. I cut it into small cubes. You can slice it into thin strips or grate it, whatever is easiest for you. Now here's the interesting part. Carrots are a powerful anti-inflammatory food, and here's why. They contain unique compounds called falcarinol and falcarindiol, which have been studied for their anti-inflammatory properties. In addition, the beta-carotene in carrots helps regulate NF-kappa B, one of the key molecular pathways involved in inflammation in the body. In simple terms, it helps calm inflammatory signals at the cellular level. And here's another helpful fact for those who are watching their blood sugar. The pectin in carrots slows the absorption of glucose, helping to keep blood sugar levels more stable. Next comes the onion. I finely chop it and place it in the pan. In a moment, we'll let it gently simmer. Onions are one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods you can have in your kitchen, and their strength comes from quercetin. Quercetin helps block several inflammatory pathways in the body. It can inhibit enzymes that produce inflammatory mediators such as leukotrienes and prostaglandins. In simple terms, quercetin works in a similar way to anti-inflammatory medications, but naturally through food. There's another interesting benefit. Studies have shown that quercetin may help lower fasting blood glucose and reduce systolic blood pressure. For anyone keeping an eye on their blood pressure, that's an important detail. If you want even more quercetin, choose red onions. They contain significantly more than white or yellow onions. And by the way, I have a video on my channel about foods that help reduce inflammation in the body. I'll leave the link in the description. Now it's time for the main anti-inflammatory star of this dish, spinach. I add it straight into the pan with the carrots and onions. Spinach contains lutein, and its concentration is 10 to 50 times higher than in many other foods. Lutein accumulates in brain tissue and helps protect the brain from inflammation and age-related decline. And here's something important. The human body cannot produce lutein on its own. We only get it from food. So when you eat spinach, you're directly supporting your brain health. But that's not all. Spinach also contains thylakoids, special structures that can help reduce hunger and cravings for sweets. Some studies suggest they may reduce cravings by as much as 38%. These compounds slow down fat digestion in the intestine and stimulate the release of satiety hormones. So, if you're trying to lose weight without constantly battling your appetite, spinach can be a wonderful ally. You can absolutely use frozen spinach. It keeps most of its nutritional benefits. Or you can substitute it with Swiss chard if you prefer. One important note: if you take anticoagulant medications, such as warfarin, it's best to speak with your doctor before significantly increasing your spinach intake because of its high vitamin K content. And the final touch, green onions. I chop them however I like and add them to the pan as well. They bring a fresh aroma and a little extra boost of beneficial flavonoids. If you don't have green onions, you can use parsley or dill instead, or simply skip them. The recipe will still turn out wonderful. Now we add salt to taste. If you're following a low-sodium diet, you can even skip the salt entirely. The vegetables will provide plenty of natural flavor on their own. Now we cover the pan with a lid and let everything simmer on low heat. There's absolutely no need for oil. If you notice the vegetables starting to stick, just add 2 or 3 tablespoons of water. That's more than enough. It might feel like cooking without oil won't work, but that's completely normal. The spinach will shrink down, and that's exactly what it's supposed to do. The vegetables will release their own juices, and everything will gently cook in that natural liquid. Take a look, about 10 minutes have passed. The vegetables are soft and fragrant, and the spinach has turned a beautiful deep green color. The aroma already smells amazing. Now we take our cooked chicken and place it into a baking dish. On top, we evenly spread the sautéed vegetables with spinach. The chicken should be completely covered with this fragrant anti-inflammatory layer. Then we place it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes. During this time, the chicken will absorb all the wonderful juices from the spinach, carrots, and onions. Just look at this. The chicken has absorbed the juices from the spinach, carrots, and onions. It's juicy, fragrant, and look at that beautiful color. And the taste? Mmm. The combination of tender chicken, spinach, and naturally sweet carrots is simply wonderful. Every bite is packed with nourishing anti-inflammatory ingredients. Give this recipe a try at home. I think you're going to love it. Next time, we'll be making tender rabbit with sweet potatoes in a casserole. And it will be one of those dishes that's especially gentle and nourishing for your stomach and digestion. You won't believe what sweet potatoes can do for your gut health. See you in the next episode.